Hello, everyone, and welcome to another The Tweed Show, where tonight we engage in effortless discussion. I'm your host, as always, Nathaniel Tweed, looking a bit blurry today, but we'll take care of that later. So, welcome. Today, I wanted to go a little bit easy because of the holidays, and I wanted to go ahead and go with a nice, relaxing feel. So, today will be very relaxing. Today, we'll have a lot of chill things. However, one thing I don't want to be chill about right now is because over the holidays, as everyone knows, we talk about things with our families, or other families like to talk about things. And most families like to talk about the climate, the political climate, and all this stuff like that. So, what I've got to say is a few things to start this off because we're going to start off energized. I just cannot believe of all the crazy. And that's what I've got to say about the difference between Coke and Pepsi products. I cannot stand the debate anymore. I had to get that off my chest. Thank you for listening. All right, so besides the crazy political discussion about whether or not you like Coke products or if you like PepsiCo products, which don't let me get into that again. But it's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy Christmas, crazy all that stuff, but so much fun. And I really kind of just want to get into the spirit of Christmas, and that's why today we have a Christmas themed show. I wish it was the chocolate with tea. So, first, let me introduce my guest for today. She was my guest last week, and this week I really wanted her to be here because... Oops. I'm so sorry. I did not realize that was still playing. My bad. But what I really want to do is let's go ahead and introduce my guest. She's my fiance, Noelani.
Hooray! Everybody clap!
It can't be one episode without technical difficulties, but we're going to continue and power through it. So welcome back. I really wanted to invite you because we wanted to do is the Christmas episode.
Yeah, I was so happy to be back.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been feeling a lack of Christmas this year, and it isn't because of the lack of Christmas around me or the people around me. It's because that I myself never took time to get into the Christmas spirit, really enjoy it. You know what I mean? With the crazy year that we've had and the crazy year that I'm sure all of you have had as well. I don't know. I just feel like something was missing this year. So I really wanted, before the season is gone, before we jump into Valentine's Day, like every single store that's out there right now, please, Valentine's Day is not next. New Year's is next. Let's get this right. But I wanted to go ahead and get started with a fun game. And the game I wanted to do right off the bat is called... Oh. There we go. You can't say that. Because of all the stuff that we've been going through and because of how most families are during the holidays and even during Thanksgiving, most of the time, you can't say those things. You're not supposed to say certain things. But this game is a little different. What we're going to do is we're going to be writing a word that we're going to try to trick the other person into saying. So I'm going to write a word and try to think of something. It can't be like the and, something like that. It's got to be a very specific word that maybe I might say on a normal basis. Maybe it's some sort of, I don't know, maybe it's some, not slang, but something that I would normally say. And I want you to try to get me to say that word. I'm going to do the same for you. We're going to try not to look at the camera so we can't cheat. And let's go ahead and do this. So here, let me get these two things here really quick. See if that's your size.
I think you have another guest coming.
All right. So is that a little too big for you, or?
I think it's okay.
It's also upside down, but that's okay.
Maybe I need to put it tighter. Can I?
Yeah. Oh. Here, let me go ahead and take care of that for you. Alrighty, there you go, and that goes like that. So alrighty, I got some note cards here. Actually, can you grab me those two note cards? And we're gonna write in colors here. Note cards. Oh, whoops.
Right here.
Oh. Very prepared on this show as always. So perfect. So we're gonna go ahead. Well, that'll work. So I'm gonna go ahead and write a word here. We're gonna have you write on this word or on this card right here. Oh, I'm sure that'll work. As always, very prepared. So cool. So go ahead and we're going to have her write a word there. Here, go ahead and use this. I'm going to write a word here. We're going to see if we can do this right. So let's see here. Word you're going to say. Let me see here. Perfect. Words are drawn. Let's go ahead and see how this works. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cover your card. I'm going to go ahead and come here. I'm going to turn this. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put this word right here on your head. So now you can't see it. Now go ahead and try to turn it. I'm going to close my eyes.
Oh, there's a slot.
Alrighty. So now what we're going to do is close our eyes at the same time. Look at the camera so everyone can see what it is.
Close
so
our
ready?
eyes? Okay.
Yeah, close our eyes. So 3, 2, 1. See if you can actually read this or not with the tiny camera. Okay, go ahead and turn back and look at us. Look at me. All right. So now we're going to just say a bunch of things and see if I can get you to say this.
Okay.
So, is there anything about Christmas that you specifically hate? Like, is there anything that you're not a big fan of, or is there something you like? What do you love about it? What do you really enjoy?
I love that I spend time with family.
You do?
Yes.
Well, thanks. Well, that was very quick. So,
Oh!
well, exactly the word that I had for you is love. And that took all of 3 seconds. Well, let's go ahead and see. Keep talking to me. Let's see if you can get me to say the word.
Let's see. I don't want you to say it.
Oh, you want me to say it?
Oh, okay.
You're trying to trick me into saying whatever word you said. You put on my head.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so, how would I go about this?
You should have picked an easier word.
I know, it's very specific. Sometimes when you're running, you like to chase things. What would you like to chase? If you could chase it.
Hey, this word I really want you to say right now. Yeah. Why don't you just say it? You know what I mean? It's not a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Soccer? Is it, is it a football? Did you write something that I would never think of?
No, I wrote something you would think of.
You wrote something I would think of? Well, that's nice of you. You got to get me to talk. We got to converse here.
Okay, so if you were to chase an animal, what would it be? Likewise, what Marvel character?
So it would be a squirrel then.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. She put squirrel. One of the things I do say them a lot, but however, maybe not in this conversation.
Was worth a try.
That was fun and short. We'll actually try that again maybe a little later and see if we can get that going again, because that was very quick. I cannot believe you said it right off the bat. I thought you'd be a lot more guarded about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
When she starts talking about Christmas, suddenly the gates are open. She's like, I don't want to say everything right now.
Yes.
Well, let's go ahead and jump into the next thing here really quick. I wanted to, at least for us to take a look at this. So, one of my favorite things growing up is watching a bunch of Christmas movies and stuff like that, and shows, like old specials. You know what I mean? I'd watch the Garfield special, the Peanuts Christmas special, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all those specials. But one of the things that is the most memorable to me, and the only reason I would actually really want to watch the VHS tapes versus DVDs or even stream it, are the commercials. Mm-hmm. Who remembers the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s commercials about random products and random things, and looking at today's commercials, which we're not going to play today's commercials because they're literally just commercials. Like, they're just commercials, like they could be played anytime during the year, but only specifically these commercials are played for this time of the year. So I want to show you some of my favorite commercials, and a few I actually haven't seen but are now my favorites. So let's go ahead and take a look at the screen here. Let me go ahead and switch that.
Love capitalism.
Oh yes. Oh, we're still having the game segment, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. So here's the first one. I'll go ahead and put on your headphones there. And if this works out, that would be great right off the bat. No technical difficulties, but let's go with the first one here. And this one is the one that I think everyone knows right off the bat. Like, this is what I grew up with nonstop. Every single VHS tape I had this commercial in front of it. And I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorites. And it's just, it was such a big part of, like,
A staple.
growing up. Yeah, and you know what? They still play it today.
Do they really?
They do. They still play this commercial today.
I figured. I'm like, I feel like
it's such a good one.
It hasn't been that long since I've seen it.
All right, let's go to the next one here. This is also one of my favorites, although this gave me some really... you'll see it here in a second also. Like, this is one that was on every VHS tape I also owned. And it's so wholesome, so sweet. Although
nothing melts away the cold like a delicious hot
that
bowl
creeped me out
of
as a kid.
Campbell's soup.
Like, okay, we're gonna Campbell's chicken noodle, but that right there creeped me out so much as a kid. And it wasn't because the snowman melts into a kid. I thought, if I kicked snowmen, were there kids inside of it? Like, as a kid, I was fearful that just these snowmen would either come alive or, like, there were kids inside of it. I was thinking, just like, was he punished? Why was he outside in the cold for that long? Why didn't he come? Like, instincts would have told him to come inside. Was he, like, I thought, man, this poor kid. Like, I was very terrified as a kid about this, but it was so funny to me.
Yeah, the Bakersfield snow. You never know what you'll find in the
it's
snow.
so terrifying. We have so many snowmen all around town constantly. But, you know, I actually was in Vegas for a while, and I did see it snow there.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I did in Vegas.
I would have never thought it'd snow in Vegas.
It never had until I got there, and that was the first year it snowed, apparently, for a long time. Yeah, very pretty. And, you know, we love going up to the mountains and playing in the snow there and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I've never really... Have you ever built a snowman?
No, I can actually say I've never built a snowman.
I've built a tiny snowman, but I've never built these giant snowmen before because, you know, not Bakersfield doesn't have any snow, and up in the mountains we never got enough snow at that point. So yeah, that's something we're gonna have to do.
That would be fun.
The snowman, you know, snowman building.
I've got to make a snow angel.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
In the gravel and dirt and bleeding and stuff.
Yeah, and play snowball fight.
Those were fun.
But I just remember the ice was so cold, like I couldn't hold it. I don't know how people did it. And then if I used my gloves, all the ice would stick to my glove.
They had working hands back then, hun. They had work, and they were with their shovels. All the kids were with their shovels scraping the yards. Their hands were already cold. Their hands were nice and just able to grab anything. They weren't scared of the cold. Back in the day
when they rode horses to school, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one that I have here. Let me go ahead. We'll do that. Boom. Bam. There you are. All right, so the next one I have is another classic. They actually still play this one today. The other one they don't. This one they still play to this day. And it is also that I loved growing up.
Ow! So you think Santa will like these red and green M&Ms?
I don't know. I never met the guy.
He does exist! They do exist. Santa?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said they really don't make them like they used to.
They don't, and like it's so sad. And I was showing you earlier. Coca-Cola came out with the AI trailer,
and that's why he goes for Pepsi.
Yeah, exact. No. Hey, let's not start that again, okay? No. Coca-Cola made an AI commercial this year, and it was, if you look at it from not an AI perspective, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at it from a creative perspective, like artist perspective, you go, wow, it's sad, really. It is really sad. Because, and then I showed her the commercial, and we're like, that was sweet. We thought it was sweet. It's just like, it's a commercial. What more is it than a commercial? Then I showed her an old Coca-Cola commercial. Wow, they don't make them like they used to. Like, think about, like, even like, you would think with the modern technology, they'd at least make fun commercials. But, like, that one, they timed the lights perfectly with the music. Yeah. This little 10-second story of a kid wanting one and doesn't get one, but then gets a Coke. Like,
there was warm lighting.
There was. And it was there was such a sweetness and, like, I don't know, a family element.
The AI one was just, like, overly colored and... The movements were a little
Mhm.
too awkwardly fluid.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, take a look at us. We have technology, however, we don't have heart.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what it was. So,
So true.
well, I want to move on to. We have two more left. I wanted to show you, and this next one. These are the next two I have not seen before today when I picked them out. Now, speaking on the AI stuff with, you think that it's a commercial to be a commercial to sell you things. They want to sell you things. But as a kid, I remember the Toys R Us commercials that would straight up say, buy this right now. And I'd still be like, I want it. It's Christmassy. Santa's bringing it. Let's go get it. I miss those kind of commercials. So this one's more on the commercialism front.
Mm-hmm.
But why don't they make Christmas commercials like this anymore? Like, come on. All right, we're going to look at this here.
Or is it that you just don't pay for ads?
Hey, hey.
I'm just kidding.
All right, no, you ain't wrong. Let's take a look at this one here.
Merry Christmas, Merry, Merry Christmas from your Kmart Christmas store.
Yeah, it's.
Save on sweater.
Oh, the music cut out.
Oh.
Oh, what a shame. All right, but anyway, still, they're singing songs and like, look at that.
Yeah.
It's like they're singing. So the sad part is we missed the song, but like it's singing the whole like what they're buying, and you heard the cheery voice in the beginning. That's so cool. Like I don't know. Like I feel like there's a lot of thought behind that instead of just like, hey, we're gonna I don't know, throw whatever in front of you.
Fun fact, that's where I was conceived. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But that is how my parents met.
That's funny. Oh, we just lost signal.
Oh.
All right, so if we're still alive, we're still alive. We're gonna check this out here. We're looking at our stream right now to make sure that we're still alive. It is really weird looking at yourself in the side while we're doing this. Sorry, guys. We're just double checking.
No, look, we're still on there.
Okay, it's still going.
Hey.
OBS on my side says we're down. However, the stream stays on. It's a Christmas miracle. Mark it down in your books right now, folks. All right, I'm going to sip some holiday tea.
Yep.
Never a dull moment of technical issues on the Tweed Show. Alrighty, so the next one I want to show you here is one, and I really hope we get audio for this. I don't think we're going to get audio for this, unfortunately. If we don't, we're going to skip it because, oh, you know what? Hopefully they're hearing us.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good question. So we're going to take a quick second here. They can hear us. Perfect. We're glad you guys can hear us. So we're going to take a quick second and take a look at this next one here. If we don't get audio, we probably won't play it. Unfortunately, I'll play it another time because this is great. This is the one I wanted to show you.
By the way, chat, we can actually see your messages real time. So if at any point you want to talk, we can see them now. Last time we had a little bit of a rough.
Yeah, we can see your messages now, which, man, I hope the stream's still going because our side, the entire thing is completely white. So,
Wow.
yeah,
it's
that's
not
crazy.
responding.
So we're going to check and make sure. Yeah, it looks like we're still going. It's still streaming out, so thank you to the craziness of the stream for still going. So, I guess we can't watch any more videos. So let's go ahead and we can go ahead and put away these.
Okay.
And I guess you guys.
Oh no! Look, we froze. Oh,
Nope.
never mind. Just kidding.
So I guess you guys are
No,
stuck.
we did. Wait, what? Okay, forget it.
All right, yeah, forget that. You're stuck with this shot until OBS decides to figure out whatever it's doing, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next segment I have after that, which is just Christmas movies. Do you watch any Christmas movies? I'm really sad I can't show you guys the pictures and stuff I have. But we talked about our favorite Christmas movies, and we're going to go back and forth, and we're going to explain, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Why do you like it? And we're going to just
All right.
go back and forth. So let's go and start with you. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
I would say A Christmas Story Christmas.
Really?
Yes. That is the prequel, technically, to A Christmas Story in a sequel version. So interesting.
It's a really good movie. I saw it for the first time last year. You showed it to me. I didn't really watch A Christmas Story growing up, but I did watch that one.
Yeah, I watched it every single year for Christmas, the
Yeah.
morning of Christmas. So then when that came out, it was nice to have something new, but it was also so just like sweet. It was a good story and fun.
That's
Very
cool.
fun.
Yeah, because I watched the Christmas Story this year with y'all.
Hmm.
It was fun. I really like it. I think it's still a classic. But the sequel, there's something about it that was just so neat. I really like it. I'm a little sad we didn't watch it this year, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
And again, Christmas isn't over, so we still have the option to at some point. But that is such a good one. Like, it's such a good movie, and that's so rare that sequels are that good.
Yeah.
So it was such a nice relief to see that, and that's so neat.
What about yours?
My favorite one. I have a few,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I have a few for reasons, but I think the top one right now has to still be Jingle All the Way. I absolutely love Jingle All the Way. I love the fact that it is a movie about Christmas consumerism and the chaos and chaos that you get from having to last minute shop. What a great movie, and just funny. It's so weird seeing it now. And apparently, and this is funny. This is one thing I really think is really funny about the movie is that it was so chaotic and the message really wasn't that great. Because a lot of the characters in the movie are not great people.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had to add an extra scene after the credits. This was a studio note saying, please make the last scene in the whole movie, which is after the credits, family oriented. Because the movie is so mean. It's so chaotic that they just said, we need a moment of just calmness and family. We need to show
Kind of love happening here.
Exactly, because it was so
Buzzword.
bad. But yeah, that's my favorite movie. We family watched it almost every year. We didn't do it this year, but we watched it almost every year.
Yeah,
It's a
last
great
year was
movie.
my first year watching it.
Yes.
And I watched it like 8 times.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got burnt out, but
Oh,
it was
I bet.
good.
That's a lot of times.
It was good the first 2 times, and then after that, I was like, okay.
So you were introduced to it and then just spammed with it nonstop.
Yep, pretty
Oh
much.
man. What is another one of your favorites? I want to go over at least 3 each. So
I would have to say Miracle on 34th Street.
Yes!
I just watched that one for the first time this year, and already amazing. Already my favorite.
Yeah, what a good one. Which for you saw the new version, right?
Yeah, I
But
saw
technically the 1990.
Yeah,
or whatever.
1990s version with like little Matilda. Yeah, and one cool thing I already found out about it is that when he does sign language, during while he's working at the Macy's store, the little girl that was deaf didn't know that he knew sign language.
Oh,
And so,
really?
yeah, so when she went to go sit on his lap and he was like signing for her, that was all her real authentic reaction, and I
Wow.
just thought that was so adorable.
That's so cool. Like there's such filmmaking. You can get so many good reactions and stuff from it. There's even nowadays they still do that. They won't tell specific actors certain things. So that way that you get their genuine reaction. And that just creates such a big, strong connection. Like that's such a huge part for that character at the time. You really get to see a real trueness of character in him. You really get to see him in a different way. Almost for me at that point, I'm like, wow, that was a really neat.
And it
scene.
creates this like authentic like feel.
Yes, and yeah, that's a really good movie. That's one I was really happy because I watched most of it with you, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, most of it.
Yes.
And that was so cool. That was such a good movie to rewatch again. I don't watch that every year, but it was a good one. Now, my second favorite is controversial
Why?
because people hate the movie so much, but I absolutely love it. I know my dad loves it too, but we only watch a specific version of it. It's called Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Oh.
And it's controversial because it is bad. It's then bad as in dumb. It's a really cheesy cardboard cutout people, or not cardboard cutout. There's a robot in the movie and it's a bunch of cardboard stacked on each other. It is beautiful. There are so many funny things in that movie that just are so cheesy. And I forgot there's a famous actress who's in it as a child. Like I cannot think of her name right now, but she's in the movie as a kid actor. And I wish I could think of her name. But it's such a funny, cheesy movie. It's literally what the title says, Santa Claus.
If you know it, put it in the chat.
Yeah, Santa Claus gets kidnapped by Martians, and yeah. There's not much more you could say about it. But the version I watch, and for those of you out there, the version that I recommend usually is the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version. Mystery Science Theater 3000, for those of you who don't know, is a TV show that used to air back in the day. And what they would do is it would just be like the theater seats. You'd see a silhouette of the theater seats. They sit in them, and the whole movie, you'd see them up there. And you'd just see a silhouette of it below the movie, and they just crack jokes throughout the entire movie. Like every other second, there's a joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so funny. And nowadays they go by riff tracks. Really funny guys. But yeah, I only watch that version because if you watch the original version, you just sit there going, man, this is old. Oh, this is really not funny. This is like they're not doing it to be funny. They're making this movie to be serious. Like they're like everyone in there is dead serious. He's like, he's a good Santa Claus. He's like, I'm Santa Claus, I'm jolly guy. And the Martian's like, we're Martian. We're not ashamed of the fact that we have TV antennas sticking out of our heads or like giant green bulbs and stuff like that. It's there, and they're in.
I still haven't watched
They're
it.
in spandex leotards the
Oh,
entire time.
gosh.
It's rough, and but I watch it every year. I've seen it in theaters twice because
Really?
it came
They
to theaters
showed it in
twice. Yeah, every
theaters?
every Christmas usually.
Interesting.
Anyway, that's my favorite for being silly.
I would say my third favorite would have to be Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds. Growing up, I never really looked at it as a Christmas movie, but
I still don't know if it is. So I saw the posters because
no, yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
a Christmas movie. It's all centered around Christmas.
That's crazy. Like that's so interesting.
He visits his family. Yeah, he visits his family for the holidays, and just so much funny things happen throughout it. It's a hilarious movie. P.I. Zadora?
Oh, that's the actress's name.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was just checking to see if we got audio, but I guess that answers my question. But that's her name.
Pia.
Pia Zadora.
Oh, Pia Zadora.
You know the actress?
Nope.
Oh, me neither. I just know it's an actual. I know it's an actress because every single time I watch it, usually someone's like, "Hey, did you know that there's a famous actress as a child in here?" I'm like, "Really?" They're like, "Yeah, sure, I guess so." I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know, but that's cool. Like I saw the picture because I've never seen it before, and the way you were talking about it even before that you told me because I got pictures for this, guys, not working. But I was like, this isn't a Christmas movie. It doesn't even look Christmas. The background's pink. Like the background's not blue or snowy or anything like that. So it's very weird. Maybe I'll have to try it out sometime and see it.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely worth watching. Very hilarious.
Well, for my last Christmas movie, it's one of the ones I would watch on VHS. It's one of the ones that I would constantly see all those. Actually, every one of those commercials except for the last two are in it, and that's Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think Ernest Saves Christmas is one we'd watch all the time. My family and me would sing the songs from it because there's only one song and there's a couple songs in it, but it's a great song. And I think it has my favorite Santa Claus, or maybe my second favorite Santa Claus of all movies I've seen Santa related. This is a guy who's you can just look at him and you go, he's a really nice old man, but you can't really tell if he's Santa or not, but he plays Santa so well, I think, as in like not a Santa person. It's interesting. It's a silly movie, really funny if you know the Ernest series, but yeah, I think that it's just something about the whole movie and whole is really good, really sweet, very funny, very sweet though. It's like a good balance between the two.
Are the songs like authentic to the movie? Like they created those songs just for the movie? Or
No.
Kind of like
the song's silly. There's only one song in it. I'm sorry, I should mention
okay.
that. And it's silly. It's literally "Oh Christmas Tree," but he doesn't know the words.
Oh,
So it's just
he takes
Christmas
his
tree,
own take
oh
on
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. That's literally so. Me and my family would sing that all the time. That's
That's hilarious.
yeah. It's a good time. It's fun. But Alrighty, so well, I have a slide for the next thing. Let me play it. Oh, the slide doesn't work, so we're gonna go. We're gonna get on to the next part of this this hour here. So the next thing is, and hopefully we make it to an hour. It looks like it's only 30 minutes into it, so we'll go ahead and see. We might cut it short just due to the technical difficulties, which is gonna be fun for y'all because y'all get to see me mess around with the camera possibly if I can't end the stream right. I wish I could show you a video of what I see here. It's literally just a white screen. I can barely make out us on camera right now, which is such a shame. I had this whole thing planned out, but things happen. So the next thing I want to do, and this is a bummer because I can't use the camera, but I have this too. So before we do the game, I found something today while I was looking for stuff for the game. This is really funny. I don't know why, I just love it, and I wanted you to show people what I found because it was very bizarre to me, but I also loved it at the same time. I'll probably put it up here on my desk for a little bit, but I want you to take a look at this, and I want to see a reaction to this.
Okay. What?
It's both unsettling and amazing at the same time. It is I think it's a chipmunk more than it is a chipmunk.
Yep, not sure what this has to do with the game.
It doesn't. I just
Oh,
thought it was funny. There's a
it's
little
so
switch on the back. Go ahead and
cute.
put on the switch.
Do I click it?
Oh,
or-
you move it to the the lumens.
Oh, that's
I
funny.
think that is so creepy, and there were so many of those like this, but they were just different animals and stuff like that. So
Oh, and when you cover...
yeah, it's solar.
I don't understand.
No, it stays charged. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that right here for all you people out
That's
there.
adorable.
Alrighty, so we have a few more things. First thing is the game. We're gonna see who can build these things the quickest. However, if this takes too long, then we're obviously gonna abort it because there's a possibility. So Noelani thinks she knows what this is. I know what this is. We'll see if she's right. So take that, and we're gonna go ahead and open these together.
Okay.
I'm really sad y'all couldn't see that last commercial. I gotta play it next week because it is amazing.
A helicopter.
And I got the race car.
Oh, wow.
So these are, what were they called back in the day? Were they erector sets?
I
Did you
don't
ever
know.
play with those?
Nope.
Okay, so these are little metal pieces that you have to screw together and put together. They were kind of like Legos back in the day.
Oh,
But
wow.
what you're able to do is you're able to build little cool things like this, and this one's a race car. She got a helicopter. So what we're going to do is we're going to build these things together, see who gets it done the quickest. But also, I want us to talk about our favorite Christmas memories. Because we got it, as much as this is a competition, it's still Christmas. Let's go ahead and take care of it. All
I've
right.
never done one of these before. It's
Me-
fun.
I did this once as a kid. However, these are different. You know, it's fun. I almost didn't buy these, but it does say that tools are included. So that's the reason why I did it. So
Oh my god.
these are
this
cool.
is adorable.
I know, right?
It's a little
Shout out to the dollars, Dollar Tree? Dollar Tree.
$1.25 tree.
$1.25 tree. Yeah, no longer a dollar anymore. But we're gonna put these together here. We're gonna see how good we go, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about favorite Christmas memories, traditions, or whatever. I'll go ahead and start us off this time. Yeah, if you drop something, you're kind of doomed. So I'm gonna win. So I'll go ahead and talk about my favorite Christmas memories right now. I think for me, one of my favorite Christmas memories, and still actually it's kind of a tradition, is every year, my mom and dad will call me or text me and say, "Hey, we're gonna put the tree together today." And we usually spend an entire evening or sometimes half the day getting the tree together, getting all of the ornaments together and putting it together. Noelani's been a part of that recently. And it's just been a blast. And we always watch Elf. That is the must, apparently. Elf is always playing in the background. We always watch it. We usually have hot chocolate. You were telling me that this is the most you've seen of Elf.
Yes.
Because it's funny too, because like we'll be like, hey, what Christmas movie do you want to watch today? And I'll purposely be like, not Elf, because I know we're gonna watch it at some point this Christmas. Like I always know.
True.
But that is one of my favorite holiday traditions / memories. Back in the day, but we did because now we use a fake tree. But back we used to go to the tree lot. And we used to pick out a real tree. And then we used to painstakingly take it out of the truck, somehow figure out how to get it through the door. Me and my dad would spend 30 minutes trying to figure out if the tree's level or not, because those people do not cut it straight half the time. And then me and my dad would be like, "Oh, we got to get the saw out. We get the electric saw out." And we're like, "Oh, we forgot to charge the batteries." And we get the hand saw and we're out there to So that's my favorite Christmas memory. What about you?
You know, it's been a minute since me and my family has gone out, and sorry, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Right. Nope. It's not working. Okay. Well, it's been a minute since me and my family had gone out and also got a real Christmas tree. So that's one of my favorite memories too, is going out with my family and picking a Christmas tree. And it's kind of funny that it's like what is it? Like a stereotype where dads will go out and be like, "Look, I can find the best deal on this tree. Don't speak, just let me do the talking." And yeah, sure enough, my dad was always bargaining for a good sized tree. But in recent years, me and my family, we play a lot of games, and I think that's been one of the most enjoyable things. Is that, I don't know, family time has become something so like recreational, and it's just fun.
Yeah, something about spending time with family, especially during the Christmas season. I know for a lot of people, at times you don't get that much anymore. I think everyone gets very busy and all this, all this crazy stuff. So it's easy to not be able to do that kind of
Lose
things anymore.
sight of it.
Yeah, and because it's crazy to think that as much as like Christmas, everyone goes crazy for the gifts, and I feel like more and more every year, it feels almost like a competition at this point to see if you can not get the best gift, but get the best gift compared to other people.
Yeah.
That people lose sight of just like maybe, oh, this is what they might like, or this is something that they might really want. I don't know. There's a weirdness disconnect, it feels like there, but I don't know. And this is, yeah, and I just miss the times when we'd all just hang out as a family, and I'm thankful that we're with your family and my family. We've been able to do that a lot. We hang out a lot. I don't know. It's just nice,
Yeah, I agree.
Now, what is another one of? Let me think about another one of my favorite memories. I think one of my favorite memories is when my dad actually introduced me to Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, because he brought me into. We were doing something. We were watching movies, and my dad just suddenly said something like, "Dude, I've got to show you this," and I cannot remember, and I'm so upset right now. My dad said we're going to watch Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, and my mom just couldn't comprehend what he was saying. And to be fair, I don't think many people would be able to comprehend Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. But she said another name of a movie. We're like, no, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. And she just could not, she didn't get it. And it was just because I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have gotten it either. This is a weird movie. Like, you don't expect that. So it was so funny. But he introduced me to Mystery Science Theater. We were able to watch a few of those. Another one of the ones we love to watch is called Teenagers from Outer Space, where the actors were clearly not teenagers. And it is a movie about the Gargans, which are aliens, which happen to be lobsters in the movie. The Gargans. But how's your helicopter going?
I think I'm missing a piece. I think I'm missing a few pieces.
Oh, are you?
I don't know. It says I should have 3 pieces like this, and I only have 1.
What?
And it's very distinct. So I'm like, there's no way I'm missing looking at it.
Well, what does the picture look like? Yeah, you're right.
Let me see. And it said I should have 2. Oh no, I have 1 of these. Yeah, it's just this one I think I'm missing a piece on.
Yeah. Well, I could see that these are going to take a very long time. So let's go over one more Christmas memory from you, and then we'll move on to the next thing.
Okay, well, we kind of already talked about it, but another Christmas memory of ours. Oh, so yeah, we usually wake up in the mornings pretty early. We all gather in the living room. It's just my immediate family. and before we open gifts, we put on a Christmas story. And then sometimes even before that or during that, we'll have Alvin and the Chipmunks playing. And that's still one of my favorite things. Like throughout Christmas, I was bumping it in the car. My favorite song is All I Want for Christmas is My Two Front Teeth.
Classic.
Yeah, so I feel like that was definitely one of the staples of my childhood. And even to now, like for the most part, we still do that. I think this is the first year we haven't really been able to do that.
Yeah. But it was also a crazy Christmas this year.
Agreed.
I'm sure next year we'll probably end up doing all that again.
Right.
All right, so I want to give one last one that you reminded me of. And one of my favorite Christmas memories is probably before we open presents. My grandpa used to do this. I remember, I remember my grandpa doing this once, one Christmas. So I don't think we went there very often for Christmas. I think we only went there a few times. But I do remember him reading Luke chapter 2 before we opened presents. That was always a thing. And then my dad did the same thing with me growing up. Even until now, we still do that. We read the birth of Christ every single year. I think my dad's version and way of doing it's a lot shorter than my grandpa. Because I do remember.
So they reference, yeah.
So I do remember my grandpa. I remember the one, I remember correctly, the one year that he did it. I do remember the longevity of him reading the entire thing going. And my dad did do this too. I think I remember growing up, he used to also do the same lengths. You know, he used to also do it all the way up until like it'd be past the birth, past all this stuff, and as a kid, you're just sitting there going, "Yeah, this is great. I
just want to open.
Yeah, at that
Yeah.
point, that was always one of my favorite Christmas memories. Is always doing that every single year.
It's like one of those things. Like at the time, you might have like not enjoyed it as much, you know. But then when you look back on it, like when you're older, you're just like so appreciative of that moment more.
Yes, exactly. So it's really nice, and those memories and stuff. Those memories and stuff will carry. Well, thank you guys for listening to us talk through our memories as we try to put together these tiny cars that I thought would be a good idea. However, I greatly misunderstood how complicated these tiny little cars are. These are for kids.
I'm still having a great time.
Did you find the missing parts you were missing?
No, but I don't think I need it.
You don't think you need it?
Yeah, I think I'll still have a good looking helicopter.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, do you want to tell one more story and see if you can figure this out? Because I'm actually almost done with my car.
Well, let's see.
Or maybe another Christmas
you know
movie.
what?
Oh, go ahead.
I love doing White Elephant and Secret Santa.
Yes.
Honestly, I think it makes Christmas so much easier, so much more. It's less stressful on families too, and it really it brings in that game kind of like feel to it. So it's like a whole hectic thing that you get to enjoy with family, and then there's one more thing I was gonna say about it, but I can't think of it right now. But yeah, I just really enjoy doing things like that now, and I think that's a tradition that we should probably continue to carry on. It's really fun.
Your family did something fun this year, which we were a part of, and that was singing the 12 Days of Christmas.
That was so fun.
So
that's like a new tradition.
I really liked that. As much as we got and I say the short end of the stick, meaning we got stuck with the first day, which for those of you who don't understand and think like, oh, they got a day out of 12 days. No, the first day you have to sing every single time.
Okay, but before you keep going, let's explain how it works.
Yes.
So we had about 25 people in one room or whatever, our whole family, right? And so what our family did is we had two of them singing live, playing the guitar, whatever. And then the rest of us were assigned roles. So Nathaniel and I were assigned the first day of Christmas. So whenever every time that part came up, we would have to sing, on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. and then someone else was assigned the second day. Another couple was assigned the third, all the way through 12. So we got the one that was just repetitive, and it was hilarious.
It was a lot of
It
fun.
was.
A lot of people. We were consistent. We sang every time.
Yeah, we carried that. We carried it.
We did not miss a beat. I sang a version from Dr. Demento's Classics, which I'm sure my father would recognize. I sang the Canadian version just once for the Partridge in a Pear Tree to no applause. And even Noelani just looked at me and just said why? So maybe one day people will appreciate that.
Yes.
Probably not anytime soon.
Yeah.
But as the Canadian version goes better. But all right, so I am done.
Oh.
I have one more left. I'm sorry, I lied. I have one more piece left, and then I will be done.
Wow.
This does not look at all like it does on the picture,
Oh.
and I think I know why. Because how they ask you to build this in the instructions. By the way, for those of you out there who are like, maybe I should go to the Dollar Tree and buy these for your kids, they need extreme patience.
Yeah.
And really tiny fingers. My goodness, so they're asking me to do this thing, and I can barely, even with the screwdriver and stuff, barely make this work. Like, I'm shocked. But also, I love Legos, so this is, I know, guys, really thrilling entertainment content right here.
This is. I'm having a great time.
No, I was talking about everyone
I know.
else. I'm really sorry, y'all, that the cameras didn't work out today, because I had a camera set up right above Noelani's station, and so you can see her build the thing. And I have, we'll also need that later for the last thing we're doing.
We do have a POV. We have 2 POV cameras, you said?
Yeah. So we had everything set up for tonight. However, it's just been somewhat of
It's been frozen this entire time.
we
on our
literally
end.
can't see anything on our end. So we're
Yeah.
trusting you out there to see this. And if this never gets aired, that is 100% fine with me, because this is not bad. It's just crazy. Hopefully next week's get better. I gotta find out what's wrong with that, because hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're gonna have 52 weeks of technical difficulties, and I can't wait for that. I'm not quitting. I'm going all 52 weeks. One of those weeks we're getting married, so we might do a special wedding stream there. But we're gonna pull through it. We're gonna do it. 52 weeks, ending next December. And if this continues on and we end up liking it, why not go another 52 weeks or another 52 weeks? There are more chipmunks out there that deserve to be shown from the Dollar Tree. Oh, that creeps me out. I don't like that. But anyway, here's my car. It's a little car.
Oh my gosh, how cute.
I know, and it actually rolls pretty well,
Oh,
too.
interesting.
Yeah, the way they built this makes it roll. So there's my little car for all of you out there. I did it. I win. I'm the champion. I've done it. And I'm so happy that's over.
Well, I have my little propellers and the back that's supposed to be
Wow,
attached.
you got a lot done. You
So-
got some more done down there too. You got one of the legs done. You were missing parts though.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think I did good. I will be finishing this. I just probably don't have time at the
Yeah.
moment.
Well,
I'm glad y'all are having fun out there. I'm having fun too.
this is cool. Love it. Hate it. But all right, so we're gonna move on to the last thing here. All right, so actually we got 2 more things,
Okay.
I guess. Well, let's go and do your thing first. Wow, time is flying right now. I cannot. So we're gonna spend 5 minutes of our next time because clearly us building these things, and I didn't do any time management right because my controls went down.
Right.
But because it wasn't fun enough of you watching us build these things, we're now going to draw.
So now you can watch us again with our heads
So
down
welcome
for
to the
another
guest
5 minutes.
segment, where I have a fun slide. Guest segment. Slide come down. Cool intro. Cool music. It's really cool. I didn't just make a slide. It's cool. It's got cool effects. It's got cool stuff like that. So be really impressed by that. And now we're going to go to our guest segment, which is...
Draw. Oh, it's called It's a Draw. Ba-ba-bing.
A. So
So,
the purpose, well, not the purpose. What we're going to be doing is, Noelani has made a bunch of prompts for us to draw. Now, we're going to create one drawing each, And
So many.
one drawing each, and we're going to put 3 of these random things we have to put into our drawing. However, we're going to time this out. We're going to make sure that we're not going to be too late, because we want to get you guys out by an hour. And let's go ahead and see what you got.
All right, so this is a little spin on a classic game that Nathaniel and I already like to play by ourselves. But since we're doing a Christmas theme, I have Christmas themed cards in here. So Nathaniel, go ahead. I'm going to shake this up. You can pick the first word. Drawing. So again, we have 3 words. Oh, instructions.
Instructions for the lamp. Okay, that was not one of them.
Okay. First word.
Candy.
Candy. Okay,
Candy.
So we have to fit candy in this drawing. I'll do
All right,
the
what
second
else are
word.
we doing?
A cottage.
A cottage. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm smelling the theme here. Last one is plaid. This is
Plaid. Oh. Sir can't read.
All right, plaid, candy, and a house. Wait, what was it? Cottage.
And a cottage.
Cottage.
Very specific.
All right, so cottage cheese. You got it. All right, so
So here we have our paper. We have the pencils.
let's go ahead and switch to our drawing camera. Just kidding.
I'm sorry, but-
There you go. So there's a pencil for you, a pencil for me. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna set a timer right now.
And then we will reveal them, and you guys can. Good morning from North Norway.
What?
Wow,
That's
that
crazy.
is crazy. Good morning, team.
Good morning. So sorry our stream is breaking, but we're glad you're with us.
I hope you continue to check in because, believe it, it's going to get better from here. We're just having technical difficulties, but we appreciate you coming in. That's so amazing.
That is really cool.
That's our first out of the country. On the second episode at that.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and go with the 25-second count. I'm just kidding. We'll go ahead and go for 3 minutes. That brings us to the 5-minute mark. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, 3 minutes. Go.
Sorry, 3 words are candy,
plaid,
plaid.
and cottage.
And cottage.
This is not gonna look good for much. So, while we're drawing, let me go ahead and get you guys caught up with what's gonna happen. I am still dedicated to 52 weeks of doing this stream, where it is going to be a talk show theme. Hopefully we get rid of the technical difficulties because I have a lot of cool slides. I got a cool videos. I'm really sad we couldn't see the one video today. You know what? Probably because next week's not Christmas. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what it is. It was a rap that Nintendo 64 did, and it was so cool. It was so funny. It was definitely something that I was not expecting to enjoy because I thought, ooh, this is gonna be cringy, but it was so much fun. So next time I'm gonna have to play it for you because it was a blast. But yeah, I'm sorry about all the technical difficulties. Hopefully we get that settled. And I've literally drawn a square. Can't even say it right. A square and a triangle. So hopefully that looks like a cottage. So we'll go ahead and see how that looks. So.
This is a struggle.
This is a struggle. You're the one who's good at art. So
I know, but this is not flat enough.
So me and Noelani do this a lot. We do a generator online where it says 3 random words and we draw whatever we can to it. One of us is an artist. One of us took a lot of art classes and came out of it with nothing. However, I came out drawing a stick figure better than I ever have in my life. As my art teacher said, I cannot teach you anything else. And yeah, but I passed the class. Just barely. No. Did you ever take any art classes?
I took beginner's art, and that's about it.
Really?
Yeah. So
That's crazy. I took studio art. So I took drawing stuff. You know, it was funny too. One of my funniest memories I have is that the teacher said, please stop giving obvious criticisms of people's art. We had to self-critique our stuff. Or yeah, with our fellow classmates. By the way, we have a minute.
Oh gosh.
So one of the biggest complaints she had was, people, please stop critiquing your art or others' art so obvious, because it's not fun. You guys aren't going to learn anything. And so I took that to heart because I kept saying, wow, those colors, they're so pretty. And I don't think she liked that. So the next time this guy drew a really cool cave. It had really cool designs inside of it. It was really well done. Like the kid shouldn't have been in that class. Should have been like 3 classes above that. But he drew a frame, which was the picture, and inside the frame in the cave, there's like a hole in the cave, and there was another whole painting he kind of drew inside of it that was completely different. So me being the art student, obviously not drawing attention to the obvious, I just went, it's really cool how he was able to frame this picture, because it wasn't in the center of the art. It was really cool. Like, you framed that so well. And she said, well, let's try not to go for stuff that's too specific. Let's talk about the rest of the painting. It's a really cool cave. Look at the cool designs and the textures and stuff. I said, I just picked out the most unique thing about this painting. But yeah, that was funny. Fun memories. Love that class. It was fun. I came out of it not doing very well in art, but you know, we try. We try. How are the comments going, hon?
So Jacobson, I hope I said that correctly, our Norway friend, said, it's okay, I have 2 choices. Watch you guys talk or talk to the wife. So show it in.
Well, thank you for choosing us.
Yeah, tell your wife to join in actually too. So maybe she doesn't have to hear you either. Ah!
Oh. And there goes our Norway guest. All right, so we are done. Are you ready?
Sure. What was our 3?
Candy Cottage Plaid.
Okay.
All right, so let's see if our paintings did good. Obviously, fantastic art should be in the thing. All right, so go ahead. Let's show yours first, because mine.
You're not gonna be able to see it because it's in pencil.
Oh, well, go. You can walk up to the camera.
All right, so
Let's
this
see.
is my drawing.
Well, we can't.
If you can see it.
Oh, that's good.
Very big. So the
I mean,
door is plaid. It's wrapped in a plaid wrapping paper. The cottage is made of candy. The roof is Hershey's. We have some mint sticks. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Okay, we have some mint sticks on the roof. We also have those swirly mints as the windows, and then the side window there is actually not candy. It's made of pretzels.
You did so good and so short. Here, do you want to show mine?
Yeah.
So
you can go ahead and explain them.
Mine went to a very simple house. I made it a plaid house, and then I added a single candy above it, and I kind of made it an open air concept for the top of the roof because I don't know how to draw roofs. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and the door is made of a graham cracker. So there you go.
I'm really excited to play this game again.
All right. So yeah, we got to do this again when we have our cameras working. But
I appreciate it. Thank you, Mini Forest.
But well, thanks. And yeah, hopefully we'll do this again next time.
Yeah.
We have different guests usually every single week. We had Noelani 2 weeks in a row. Thank you so much for that, by the way.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll be seeing a bunch of different people here. I'm excited. I've got some fun people lined up, actually. I got some interesting people, and I've got some fun questions I've been dying to ask them. So you guys will get to hear them first. Now for the very last segment of the show, we're coming towards the end. Even though it is 10 o'clock, we're going to go 5 minutes or a little 3 minutes past it. And then you're going to get to see me mess around and hopefully end the stream differently because I can't control how the stream's going to end because I cannot control my stream at all. So we'll see how that goes. You know what I mean? But jokes. I got to end every single stream with jokes. Now I've got Christmas themed jokes.
Oh, nice.
And then it goes into our regular fun jokes. So let's go ahead and see.
I'm first?
Go
Okay.
for it.
How do you wash your hands over the holidays?
I don't know how.
With sanitizer.
I've got one that's not on the card here really quick.
Okay.
The 3 wise men came up to the birth of Jesus to give their gifts. Mary and Joseph accept the gifts. They look at the wise men, and the wise men said, here, some gold and frankincense. And Mary and Joseph were like, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But then the 3rd wise man jumped up and said, but wait, there's myrrh.
Clever.
There you go.
All right. Why is Santa afraid of getting stuck in a chimney?
Why?
He has claws. Trophobia.
Like he has claws, eh? It's in his contract, and the claws like foresee.
Hey, if he's in there, he's like scooting down with his claws.
Oh, that's sad. You know, we don't have chimneys anymore.
We don't.
I have a chimney over here, but it's tiny.
Oh yeah. It's never used.
We
I forget it's there.
We forget about that. Thank you, California. We can. Well, you know what's funny is I looked up the burn days in California, and it's they don't tell you can burn. They just say days you can technically burn.
Right. It's like you shouldn't
You
burn,
shouldn't
and then
burn.
it's like you can't burn.
You can't. Yeah,
So
that's
it's like
what it
those
is.
are your only two options.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, so I got this one here.
Jacobson, what are the burn rules in Norway? I'm curious.
You know how much Santa pays for his sleigh?
How much?
He doesn't. It's on the house.
Honey slapper.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and do just a few more of these here. We're not gonna spend too much on this since we are running late.
All right.
These are not Christmas jokes.
Oh.
Well, they shouldn't be. And you have the right to veto them too.
Veto. Okay, why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they would be bagels. Num 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 num.
Wow, that's... You know what? After all these years, I finally found out how to catch a squirrel.
Ow.
You just gotta climb a tree and act like a nut.
Luckily, he already does that. No,
Hey.
What's the best thing about Switzerland?
I don't know what.
I don't know either, but the flag has a plus. Oh, I think I butchered that. The flag is a big plus.
Nice. Okay. But it's good recovery. Good recovery. You know, I think I bought the world's worst thesaurus yesterday. It's not only is it terrible, it's terrible.
Wait, what? Oh, it's terrible. No?
No.
Oh.
It's a bad thesaurus. So not only is it terrible, it's terrible.
Ah, I see. Because there's no synonym. Am I wrong?
We're well educated here. Here you
Yeah.
go. Here's one for you. We'll do two.
Ooh, fireworks.
Yep, we'll do two more.
Our Norway friend, do they ever just like randomly blast fireworks? I just want to know. Okay. Or is that an American thing? Did you know every planet in our solar system is named after a god?
No.
Except Earth, which is named after the stuff on the ground.
We're so special.
Yeah.
You know, we did that to ourselves.
It's humbling. I guess it's humbling.
Yeah, I know, but we named them that.
Started from the bottom, now we're...
You know, recently I heard, did you hear about this?
No.
This man, hear about the man who got hit by a bike every day?
What happened to him?
And they say he was stuck in a vicious cycle.
Ah, that's terrible.
It is. And the last joke, the last bad
Groundhog
joke.
Day. Okay.
Noelani, read it.
Why don't eggs tell jokes?
Why not?
Because they crack up too easily.
Okay, we're ending on that. These are terrible. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for sticking through us, even though there has been no change at all in the cameras, no slides at all, no fun videos except for those first few. So thank you so much for sticking around. Really appreciate it. I can't wait to share all the cool things I have. Got fun intros coming up. I got some fun things. Got 50, I think at this point, 50 episodes left after this. I can't count.
Yeah, 50 episodes.
50 episodes after this. We got tons of guests. Again, if you want to be a guest, go ahead and hit me up here, hit me up on Instagram if you have my Instagram and all that stuff. Feel free to reach out. Really appreciate you all for sticking around.
And our Norway person, if you're ever in town, let us know.
Thank you so much. Now, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to say, we'll see you guys later. We'll see you guys now just for a few minutes as I try to figure out how to end a stream that is stuck. Thank you, OBS. So we're gonna check this out here really quick. Noelani, tell us a fun story to end us out, and you might get cut off.
First of all, good night, Mini Forest. A great story, huh? I'm never good at these. Oh, so here's a little update. I went dress shopping. Not dress shopping. I went to go pick up my wedding dress yesterday. And apparently I've gained weight and my dress doesn't fit. So that's unfortunate, but we'll see.